Hey guys, Don here. I want to talk a little bit today about the struggle I'm having trying to start using direct response. And the struggle that we've been having is we've used AdWords in the past, and basically currently we use Patient Pop for our website, and it's because we use Athena Health for our medical record. And Patient Pop has been good, and they do AdWords, but I haven't been really pleased with what it's bringing in, and it's basically only bringing them to our website without really taking any action. And this has been the whole struggle because we don't really have very good access to our website right now. We can add a blog post, which is one way of doing it, but there's very limited access to it, and it's not really ours. And so, you may be asking me, why don't you just get rid of it? It's because we had one previously, and it was a local person, and Athena recommended Patient Pop, and I actually think they might be a little bit like partial owners of one another. But it's a fine website. It makes appointments online, right? So people can look at our schedule. They can make an appointment with us. They can communicate via text message. So it has a lot of good points to it. Very few websites do I actually find that have good direct response. And for a lot of us, we don't learn anything in school about direct response. So I'll explain that a little bit. It's basically where you have patients actually, maybe they're coming to your site and they're not ready to make an appointment. And that's the whole issue. Right now, they can come to our office on the website and they can make an appointment. And that's about it. And they can get some information. But what happens if they're not ready? They're really not going to remember, and they might look somewhere else. They might be looking for information. And we can give that to them. And there's a lot of ways you can do this with direct response. One way is with a book, a free ebook. You can put some videos on there. But the whole struggle that we were having is I wanted to try to do some direct response. Basically, I wanted to send someone there. I wanted them to either come in for a consult, come in to see me, or they were going to request some type of information. Okay. And I've tried some stuff and I've flopped. Okay. So let me teach you what didn't work for me. And as I was talking to my coach, who is Coach Lorcan, who does coaching, he said, I said, Lorcan, this is my idea. I'm going to do a webinar because I'm already doing those webinars. You've heard me talk about it for my patients, right? In my office, we're getting 40 people for a webinar. And even for this Podiatry Practice Mastery, we've got some people that came to the last webinar that was on webinars. And I said, Lorcan, I'm going to do a webinar on this website. Basically, I'm going to push people to a landing page. A landing page is just basically a page that's not normally in your website. They land there and they can get an offer. And so I have had my landing page up on my blog. It used to be drpelto.com, and it offers them to be part of a webinar. I thought I did it really nicely on plantar fasciitis. I was going to do a weekly webinar. They could sign up for it. I thought everyone was going to sign up for it, and it flopped. Okay. So I had, you can see, because I do this on Kajabi. And so I'll put links here for my new blog. And if you check it soon enough, you can see the one that flopped. If you check it later, you'll be able to see the one that I'm currently using to drive people there to my blog or to my website. And what flopped about it is about 400 people went to it, and no one ever gave me their email. No one was ever interested in my webinar. So what Lorcan said to me, he said, Don, if you were going to go see your dentist and you had let's say a tooth that hurt, are you going to go and want to watch a webinar on tooth pain and root canals or something else like that? And I said, no way, I'm not going to be interested. I want to get my problem solved. So what Lorcan recommended as my coach, I'd kind of do things and I kind of go way out. That's the importance of all of us. We should have one coach or multiple coaches to help us. And he said, Don, just pick one thing, one focus, and make your landing page just for that. And so that's kind of the focus right now. Is I already put together these booklets a while back, and I can explain how I do these. And if anyone's interested, let me know in the future. I used Fiverr. That's the place where you refer out work. I kind of did a rough draft of it, had one of my patients edit it. They were a copywriter or editor. And then I sent it over to Fiverr and they laid it out in a nice way. And I have this book on plantar fasciitis. And then this will be the free giveaway. That's kind of the lead magnet. It offers a lot of great information. And that's where I'm going to send people to. So then I can do AdWords, send them to that lead magnet. And basically, with that lead magnet, or with that thing that I'm going to give away, that booklet, the goal then would be for them to make an appointment eventually with me. And I'll get their phone number. So I'm going to get their name, email, and phone number. And there's this whole sequence that Lorcan has taught me about how to call them afterwards, setting up your staff, kind of preparing this whole process of following up. And then I can see how many people were sent there by AdWords, and then how many people actually signed up for the booklet, and then how many people actually made appointments in the office. So that's kind of the long road, and it's a process, and it's kind of nerve-wracking to see what it's going to be like, if it's going to work, if it's not going to work, but at least taking action. I think that's the key. Oh, you might want to know, how in the world am I doing this? Dr. Pelto, Kajabi. Kajabi is the place we build it on. How am I going to do that? Well, I basically took one of their templates in Kajabi, and I sent it to someone over at Fiverr, and I paid them $80, and they are going to design it for me. I'm not saying that's the best way. If you have someone else that knows how to run Kajabi, you can do that. But they are going to design that for me, and I'll let you know kind of what type of a product I get out of it. If it's, $80, if it took me, it's going to take me hours and hours and hours. I have no clue what I'm doing. But for them, they asked me like certain things that I needed. I put it in a Google Doc, and then I sent it to them. And so if you guys are interested, I'm going to put a link to the to Kajabi, to my Dr. Pelto site, and also to kind of what's the stuff that I sent over to them, to see if it works. And I'll show you the final product, what they're going to give me, if it's anything good. Okay. So hope this is helping you, just kind of walking you through the process. And then if I start getting hundreds of patients on plantar fasciitis because of this, then it might work. But that's what the hope is, right? So then let's say I spend, I don't know, $10 and I get one patient for plantar fasciitis. Okay. And that's worth it, right? So then I'll spend $10 all day long to get that patient into the office and to contact them. So this is something I've always wanted to do for years. It's just been really, really frustrating, and I've never been able to do it. Okay, so I'll keep you informed. Have a good one.